Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here. Video here because, well, first of all, I want to vent my frustrations a little bit, and I also want to give my opinions on a few things with this because I gotta say, I can understand why the community are very annoyed at this. I know I don't have a great deal of followers on my channel, and I don't know whether I've actually got very many people from ARC that follow me, but I want to do my bit to help out the ARC community because I've been playing the game now for 7 years straight. This is my 8th year. I've been playing it on PS4 since the very first day it came over to PS4, going right back to Legacy, and obviously recently, well, obviously to ARC players, we all know what's happened. There's been a bit of an outrage, and I just want to sort of cover it myself now and go over it and sort of give my own opinions on this. I mean, I am going to continue to monitor the situation, but yeah, like I said, I just want to, get my opinions across here with this one. So, first things first, we need to start with what occurred last weekend. So let me just scroll down here so I can get to the community crunch we need. So, last weekend, sorry, the scrolling is a bit too fast. They released their usual community crunch, and with it, they basically gave us the ARC roadmap that they had been telling us about for God knows how long. And the roadmap was going to reveal basically everything that was to come and when. Now, with this community crunch and this roadmap releasing, they dropped one hell of a bombshell on us, and it wasn't a pleasant one, it was a dirty one in fact. So first things first, and the one that's making people the most annoyed, and quite frankly, I don't blame them. Actually, first of all, ARC 2 comes up here first of all. So we were all anticipating ARC 2, and it was supposed to be coming out in June for PC and Xbox, whatever the Xbox console is, I can never remember its name, this year. Now, in this community crunch here, they say that it's now delayed until the end of 2024. And then that means for PS5 players, they are not going to be getting it until, I'm probably going to say 2026 now, I would have thought, because Xbox and PC have got an exclusive right to it, which is really quite annoying in the fact that it's been delayed so long now. I kind of feel like they should release it for PS5, Xbox and PC all in one go. They should remove that exclusive right. To me, it just doesn't seem fair now. Because we've been made to wait for so long. Now, I get why they've delayed it until the end of next year. I get that completely, because what they have basically said here is, after careful consideration, we have decided to delay the sequel's launch to the end of 2024, when it will still launch exclusively on Xbox One Game Pass and Windows distribution platform, Steam PC. We put much thought into delaying ARC 2 for the betterment of the final product and the team's well-being. This news will be disappointing to many. We feel it too, but we are confident this heavy decision is the right one. So why the delay? Our goal is to make ARC 2 the best game it can possibly be and provide a truly exceptional and rewarding experience. Now, that to me, that's fine. I get it. That tells me they are actually putting some effort in on ARC 2, that they want to try to, bring us a decent game. That I'm happy with. I get that. That's fine. And obviously, they also go on to say here that Unreal Engine 5 is new technology to them, that they're still learning, trying to get their heads around. Again, fair play. I get that. That I have no issue with, because at the end of the day, it shows that they are, trying to make sure that everything goes smoothly. It shows that they are actually putting 100% effort in on that. That I'm fine with. Now let's scroll down to the bits that actually enraged players. So we've got Ark Survival Ascended is a new generation remaster of our beloved Ark Survival Evolved. So, and forgive me for swearing YouTube, because I am going to swear in a minute. So please do not take my video down, it is just me venting. Harnessing the power of Unreal Engine 5. This will be going over to the Xbox Series S, X, PC, Windows, Steam and PlayStation 5. And in the process, dick fucking PS4 players. Now, I've got quite a few friends who I play Ark with, and all bar one of them play it on PS4. Only one of them, besides myself, has a PS5. And even I only just managed to get my hands on a PS5. I got extremely lucky. And to add insult to injury, in August, at the end of August, when Ark Ascended Evolved comes out, they are going to be doing what they call sunsetting the servers. Now, I've done research into this and what this means, and it basically means that they are basically shutting all servers down, well, all official servers down, and basically that essentially they're dick fucking all their PS4 players out of all their hard work. Some of us, myself included, have been there for 5 to 7 years. Like I said, I've been there since the very beginning when it first came out on console, though I did take a little bit of a break in between, and then I went for 5 years solidly with my friends. We're still playing it now, despite the dickheadness that they are, giving us. We've decided to go out with a bang. We're actually now playing a bit of PvP, although currently we do still have our PvE base, because we are going to try and keep that going, because from what I understand, at the end, when they shut servers down, we are going to be allowed to transfer our stuff over to unofficial or single player, I'm guessing. Or at least that's the way I'm understanding it, though I'm not 100% certain. Again, I am monitoring this, and we'll see what happens towards the end. Now for the bit that's really pissing people off. I mean, obviously, the fact that servers are being shut down, that is really fucking people off, and I get it, I understand. I'm not particularly happy about it. I've made 5 years of memories with my friends, and they are very dear friends to me, and one of them I actually met on Ark. Actually, do you know what? I met all of them on Ark, except for my co-host Holly's Adventures. So we now get on to the next bit. So with Ark Survival Ascended, we are now we're going to get to the next community crunch in a minute, because they have now issued a statement. We'll get to that in a minute. But originally we were supposed to pay 40 quid to repurchase the upgraded version of the game. That's including players that already own the game, which I think is really, really fucking dickhead like, and we'd have to pay for all the DLCs again. And at this point, when people read this, they flew into a rage, and do you know what? I don't blame them. All week, Wildcard have been taking a shit ton of flack for it. I've never seen such an uproar in the community. I really haven't. I generally believe that for those of us that already possess the game, should have been either allowed to upgrade to the Ascended version for free, like they originally intended, because back in January they did issue a statement saying that we'd be able to upgrade to Ark Survival Ascended, or upgrade to the new version for free, to the Unreal Engine 5 version. And then obviously there's this, they've gone back on their word, which is false advertisement really. It's deceitful, which is one of the things that's pissed me off the most. It's just not on. It doesn't seem right to me. And then Or if they couldn't do it completely for free, then maybe they could have just given us the upgrade for, say, I don't know, 10 quid or $10 in some people's cases, depending on where you are in the world. I don't know all the different currencies. But instead, they go and screw us with that. Obviously, this is all going on about all these bits and pieces. Now we get on to the next bit. Let me just quickly flip across to the next Kingdom Crunch. This is this weekend's, where now they have released a statement to deal with the outrage and the uproar of the community, which fair play to them. I'm kind of glad they've done this because, up until today they've been very silent. So let's go through this bit by bit. We appreciate your patience as we digested the feedback and consulted with our partners to revise our upcoming plans. As always, we are grateful to have such a passionate player base, and we hear and understand your concerns. We have decided to make some changes and provide additional information as to why we are taking this approach. So please bear with us as we address some points. Now, I have actually already read through this off camera, and quite frankly I'm still quite pissed. I mean, don't get me wrong, what they're now deciding to do is slightly better. They haven't rectified everything, but they are, I suppose you could call it, softening the blow, though I still think the price that they are asking is a bit steep. But let's continue reading. First things first, we're scrapping the Ark Respawned Bundle. So basically what the Ark Respawned Bundle was you would buy Ark Survival Ascended and you would essentially get Ark 2 for free. Now this in itself, to me, is flawed, because we're going to be waiting for ages for Ark 2 to come out on PS5, but at the very least people are going to have to wait until end of 2024 on PC and Xbox, assuming they don't dick fuck us again and delay it further. And they are famous for doing this. So I kind of feel like that bundle was a load of bollocks in the first place. It should never have been initiated, but that's my personal opinion. Our intention behind this was to provide a package where you essentially got two products for the price of one. I don't know about that. I really don't. I think that's a load of cock and bull. And we hear and understand your concerns. We've decided to make some changes and provide additional information as to why we are taking this approach. So please bear with us as we address some points. Okay, so next we get to the price point and bundle. First things first, we are scrapping the Ark Respawn bundle. I just run into something. That's my dyslexia getting involved. I do apologise, folks. So yeah, like I said, they were scrapping the Ark Respawn bundle. There we are. That's where we got to. Right, so in hindsight, not the best move. Our bad. We recognise how combining Ark Survival Ascended with Ark 2 and requiring further DLC upgrades wasn't optimal, especially since you wouldn't be able to judge Ark 2 as no gameplay or content would be available yet. This is very true. Wildcard in their infinite wisdom have not given us any gameplay footage whatsoever. Literally fuck all. And what? They want us to pay for a game that we know fuck all about. Yeah, I don't think that's fair. I really don't. It's the ultimate screw job, really. Here are new plans. Ark Survival Ascended will now be a standalone package. released on every platform: PC, Windows, Steam, Xbox Series SX, and PlayStation 5. So they're still, dick fucking PS4 players essentially. Now I can understand the fact that PlayStation 4 is going to struggle to support the Unreal Engine 5. I get that. I truly 100% get that, because the PS4 is a little bit on the obsolete side. But at the very least, they could at least still allow players to continue their old saves on the PS4 version. Because they've got a lot of fans on the PlayStation 4. They're going to wipe a large player base, because the thing is, not everybody has been able to get a PS5 just yet, because they are so damn expensive. And last I checked, there were quite a lot of shortages of PS5s due to the chips or something that they needed for it. But anyway, let's continue. At $59.99, so that's roughly around 60, isn't it? I'm assuming it's going to be roughly the same for in pounds. Again, I'm not quite sure what that converts to, so I'm not very good with these different currencies. The package will include the following pieces of content built in, not sold separately, so we no longer have to pay for any of the DLCs again. So they've at least removed that. We're now just paying for the base game. However, I still feel that price is a bit steep just for the base game, considering we've already paid for that base game once back on the earlier consoles, and I feel like they really should reduce that a little bit further. And I kind of feel like they are screwing us a little bit still. But we'll be getting the Island, that's the standard starting map at launch. Survival of the Fittest, which is, it's part of the game, and it's a completely different type of game style play. I don't really know much about it, and that's on Island. Scorched Earth map, that was the very first DLC map to be released, which is kind of cool. I quite like the idea of that being available to us on release, particularly as we get our hands on wine. I do love my wines, I've got to admit. And then in the fourth quarter of the year, we get Aberration. I'm never a fan of Aberration, I'll be honest. I fucking hated Aberration, if I'm honest. It's fucking horrible, that. And then at the beginning of 2024, we get access to Extinction, and then sometime in the beginning of 2024 we get Genesis Part 1, which that really pissed me off as well, I'll be honest, because Gen 1 was not what they said it was going to be. Because from what I heard, Gen 1 was supposed to be it was supposed to be more water-based map than land map. It was supposed to be a completely different style of map, but there was only one little section of water. I've got to say, having to do these different little mini games to earn the right to face the final boss at the end was really annoying. They should have just kept it to the standard. You get the artifacts, you get the tributes. It would have been so much more simpler. And then we get Gen 2 by the second quarter of 2024, so you're looking probably about summertime for that. All community created maps are also to be released over time in 2024. So that's Fildor, Ragnarok, The Centre, and Lost Island. Well, I never really properly played the Centre map, I was never really a big fan of it. But yeah. And Valkyria and Crystal Isles. Lost Island we played. Fildor, that's where our current base is at the moment. Ragnarok, we played that quite a bit. I actually did like Ragnarok. The only thing that got on my nerves with that one was the lag. And Valkyria we played a lot on that one. Crystal Isles gave it a go, I don't know, just didn't enjoy Crystal Isles half as much, but anyway, we're getting off topic. Let's see then, so next little bit of the rant. No longer a backward compatible free update. Initially, when we had first considered doing Unreal 5 upgrade, we planned to just port the Switch version of the game and undo the graphical limitations required for that hardware. We weren't going to maximise the potential of the new technology, we weren't going to introduce new gameplay changes, and we weren't going to make critical design changes and would have had an impact on existing saved data. So essentially, what that says to me is they were going to fob us off with a half-baked fucking remaster, and it would have been probably as shit as the original server. So in a sense, the fact that they altered that course puts me in a slightly better mood, because it means that we will actually get a decent experience on this ascended version of the game, hopefully. After carefully considering what would be the best outcome for those who enjoy Ark Survival Evolved and would want to continue to enjoy it in the years to come, we decided that our initial plans would not be sufficient. We want to provide you with an evergreen classic Ark experience, one that can continue to grow over time on a clean, up-code base, making use of the new technological advancement, not only in the industry but also in what we are working on with Ark 2. We weren't trying to mislead you with our earlier comments. Our plans and overhaul intentions changed. So you're probably asking, why don't we make these upgrades to the original Ark Survival Ascended? Frankly, it would not be viable. Many of the changes we're making in Ark Survival Ascended will touch a lot of aspects of the game. It'll invalidate saved data, some mods may not be functional, some things may not play the same way as they did before, and we didn't want to change that experience for those who prefer it or are unable to upgrade. Okay, so now we get on to the next bit. This also impacted our decision to sunset the official servers of the network on August the 31st. Shortly before Ark Survival Ascended launch, despite officials representing the minority of players on Ark, it's an investment and passionate group with attachments to their bases, teams and characters, and seeing that go away cannot be easy. You're damn right it's not. While we know it's not the same, we hope making the saves available for unofficial use helps diminish the loss. Our reasoning behind the decision is that those servers are essentially based on old technology and require significant development and resources and time for our team to operate and maintain. In some cases, the issues aren't as easily solvable without overall upgrade. Additionally, we know those resources could be better utilised on fundamentally new technology to further enhance the overall game experience for all players. Ark Survival Evolved will still be available to play for those who choose to. That includes multiplayer through official player hosted sessions, the endless amount of mods on Steam Workshop, and all game content as you know it. All of that is going to remain. But after 8 years of development, we have to make the difficult decision of sunsetting the official network in order to provide that truly long-term, evergreen version of the game through Ark Survival Ascended. We will be sending off Ark Survival Evolved with one final content update for our 8th anniversary this June, releasing the fan electric creature. I'm going to call it the Sky Diggers, that's what it is. I can't actually pronounce that name. Keep an eye on our next week for its dossier. So, that sums up everything so far. and quite frankly, I still feel like they are royally giving PlayStation 4 players the royal screw job. Yes, as I understand it, they are essentially giving players the ability to save all their stuff, their players and their dinos, so their characters and their dinos and everything, by, from what I can tell, allowing us to send it all over to single player or unofficial. At least I think that's what they're basically suggesting. I mean, I don't know, I'd need to do more research. I'm going to have to try to sort of put some of this to the test, perhaps. Well, when the time comes, I mean, I'm not quite sure how they're intending to do all of this. I'm hoping they'll release more details closer to the time. I still think they should reduce the price down though for the upgrade into the Ark Ascended. While I am outraged at it all, I do love Ark Survival Evolved, and I'm not about to let them stop me playing Ark just because of them being greedy. Like, don't get me wrong, I support all of you Ark fans wholeheartedly, and I am looking to get Ark Survival Ascended. I may very well still alter my decision closer to the time. I don't know. We'll see how things transcend, because I guarantee the community is going to continue to rage, and I suspect that Wildcard may very well continue to alter their course further. But ultimately, I think, from what I've seen over this last weekend and this community crunch this weekend, I do kind of feel like they really have shat on their players a little bit, and I think it's disgraceful and disgusting, considering there's, I think someone said there's like 40+ million players playing the game, and a lot of them have been dedicated players that have been playing the game since it very first released on the beta, such as myself. And I really generally believe that this is not a fair way to treat their fan base, who have given their all to a game that they have released. You know, we've thrown a lot of money into their game for them. The amount of times that we've donated money on the Extra Life events, because every year they did an Extra Life charity event where basically we would put money into the pot for charity and whatnot, and as we breached certain targets, they would increase the breeding and the taming rates and whatnot as we went along. And we've thrown a lot of money into it, and obviously there's been lots of different DLCs that have come out over time, which again we have all thrown lots of money into. Some of those DLCs have been bloody expensive. Like myself, I think, because I've got all the DLCs. In fact, all of my friends have. Gen 1 and 2 were like 50 quid a pop. Can't remember how much the other ones were because it was a while back now, and it has been some time. But I reckon I must have spent at least 200, maybe 250 in total on the game and all its DLCs, and now they want extra money out of us again. It's a bit of an unfair thing to do. It's a bit of a dick move, it really is. But yeah, so that concludes my rant anyway. I just wanted to get my opinions out, say my piece, join the fight, as it were, help the art community, stand up for my art brothers and sisters, because, like I said, we're all one big Ark family, and what affects one of us affects all of us essentially. They're screwing all of us, so we've all got to stand together as one, essentially. But that's going to conclude this video. And as Ark or Wildcard release more stuff, I will try to cover it. Now, Wildcard aren't completely at fault. Before I go, I just want to also point out that Snail Games have a heck of a lot to do with this as well. They are the greedy son of a bitches that are the ones that are potentially making us pay for the game again. because they are greedy little scuzzballs, and all they give a shit about is making money, which is, again, I think is absolutely disgusting. So I just wanted to get that out there as well. And if anyone from Wildcard watches this, then all I say to you lot is, please, for the love of God, get rid of Snails Gaming, and please alter your course. Sort this out properly. Give something back to your long-term fans. Don't just, give us the royal screw job. Sort this mess out. I will leave it at that, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I apologise for the rant. I had to get it off my chest. It's not something I would normally do, but like I said, I had to take a stand, and I have got to, join my ARC brothers and sisters and, fighting back against Wildcard on this one. I don't normally, but they've gone too far this time. So thank you very much for watching, and peace out. And as always, if any of you have got any useful, well, if any of you want to leave any comments, by all means go for it. Feel free to sub to the channel, and obviously I'll be back on Tuesday with Final Fantasy 12 as normal. Take care, folks.